That's one of the things I tend to cry about with space engineers. That's often having to be fixed by a mod.
Uh, there's a lot. You cry about a lot of stuff. Um,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
is it something with mining?
No. Again, very small, very subtle. And unless you actually
Um,
use it, you're not going to
is
see
it
it.
something with the um, drift stuff?
Nope.
Interception drift stuff.
Nope.
Speed matching. Nope. Okay. Okay. Guys, welcome to this little post recording. After we shut down the server, I discovered that my hard drive was full and it stopped 2.5 hours into the recording, which meant I missed about an hour and a half of stuff, which involved Daniel going out in his axolotl
Mm-hmm.
and finding a second Cerberus, which we just attached just because we're sitting here giving the refineries time to just process because we need resources processed. And yeah. And after we actually wrapped up, and I technically was still recording, but I wasn't because out of storage space, um, this lovely thing drifted by. And Fuzz is talking about something, I don't remember what.
I don't remember.
And I go, ooh, that's cool. And I'm off, 5 kilometers away, and he thinks I'm talking about the same thing he's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, no, this ship. And I drift up, and I get shot a couple of times, and I drift up, and I get right behind it. I'm like, ooh, I want to sneak aboard. And I sneak up, and I don't get shot, and then I overthrust with dampener issues and run into the ship. And by that time, Fuzz and Daniel had drifted close and had done things to the ship. And we all made it inside at one point. And one of these doors I grind through. In fact, it was this door I ground through back here. Because I made it in somewhere in this area. I'm not sure where. Because I think it's been repaired. But I grind through this door, and there's that turret, and I just run in circles around it while it's trying to shoot me, and I manage to grind it down. And I'm coming through here. Fuzz comes in through the window here. It's like, hey. And we grind through. Daniel grinds through this reactor here and is like, hey, how's it going? And we get through. And I walk up here to grind this, and that turret shoots me in the back because that's what turrets do. And while I'm trying to respawn and get there, they take the ship and then using magics of build and repair and stuff like that, we take control of the ship and all that stuff. Take it back, and we've decided we're actually going to be attaching it to the station. And we had been, while we were wrapping up, we were thinking about what if we had a third Cerberus to kind of hang down below. And initially I thought maybe this, because it's a little different. Asteroids, yay. But I don't think Fuzz and Daniel are so hot on that idea. But then I suggested we kind of clean off the spine here and merge block it down on the spine, we'd have to clean up the underside of the ship a little bit to drop it down on the spine. And then that gives us room to do our thing, expanding this reactor area, which we need more processing for the heavy water anyway. Merge it into this ship, and we were looking at building a couple of Gothic-esque towers at the back end of it. So that gives us something to kind of work into for the back end of the station. Anything to add, Fuzz?
Not a whole lot. I mean, pretty much the only thing I lost on my end is, and it came down to just me stopping recording because I thought we were done, was the capture of that ship. And it's very unfortunate that Dswank lost all of that footage, but that's the entirety of us being here tonight. So,
yeah. So, what we're actually going to be doing is probably just doing some simple stuff while we let the refineries run. If there's anything significant that we do, we'll probably show it. But, I mean, it's going to be things like up here on these turrets, the energy turrets up here. I thought that the squared off platform was ugly, so I pulled the squares off and put that ramp in.
Yeah.
I mean, minuscule, boring crap like that were just touch-ups and flares and things like that. So, and it's mostly so that the refineries can make some headway on all the junk that we have.
Yeah, we got a little bit of stuff in there.
Right. I mean, we might go ahead and clean out the
two Cerberus.
Yeah. I mean, that's a boring thing to do.
Yeah, I literally named my one episode watching paint dry because of that's what I was doing. I was just painting this thing to be eaten out up here. One of those episodes is plenty.
Yeah. So, with that, I'm going to keep recording just in case something unexpected happens.
Right.
But I seriously doubt anything will. And so I hope you enjoy what came out of the last recording session, and we'll see you next time. So until then, bye-bye.
Good night, everybody. Alright. Ground color, set color. Bam. Alright.
Okay, neither of these are getting oxygen now.
Weird. I just went ahead and set to creative, since all we're going to do is just clear this stuff out. No, I ain't worry about oxygen while we're doing this.
Yeah.
Or running into things.
Question: do you think attaching the frigate is too much?
Not really. I mean, all you're going to be doing is taking these spiny bits off and adding a merge block.
Right.
I mean, the most of anything you might physically be doing is removing these couple of thrusters.
Yeah. Well, I was... depending on how I merge it in, honestly, we might be able to cut through the spine for the thrusters.
Okay.
I mean, the spine is your baby, so it's up to you if we actually do that or not. But
well, we could always make the spinal bit thicker to accommodate that.
Right. Or kind of graft it more into the ship.
Yeah. Where the hell's the proper entrance to this thing? There it is.
Alright. And since this ship is... oh, wait. Daniel's ship is nearby, isn't it?
Alright.
I'm going to use his ship's build and repair to help me out.
Is this the rear of the ship? I think it is. Where the rear storage and reactor is, that is the back of the Cerberus, right?
Yes, where the... yeah. Also, that one's not piped up, so there's nothing. There's very little there that is actually in range of the build and repair. So just heads up.
What now?
We may have to use on that particular Cerberus.
Mm-hmm.
It's not piped up to anything, and only up into the hangar bay area.
Mm-hmm.
Actually will the build and repair actually clear out.
All right. Well, we can always use Daniel's ship as a mobile teardown. Kind of interesting that the interior lights, if you grind their block that they're on, they just disappear now.
Yeah.
Just poof, disappear. There's no huge loss of materials because it's like just, what, 2 or 3 construction components and that's it?
Yeah, maybe a steel plate.
Yeah.
Could I get your help?
Certainly.
I'm going to be bringing down the ship. Onto the spine here. See the two?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let me get it. Okay. I'm on the side. Good. Okay. I was like, ooh, do I need to move those guns? No, I don't. Also, I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can pull out of this heavy frigate, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, by the time we get all 3 of these machines, we're going to be rolling in most materials.
Alright.
Alright, hold right there. Come forward.
Alright. This one's going to be tricky because I also... the nose is underneath the... so, still forward?
Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Inch it down. It should start grabbing and connecting. You may have to force it down a little bit.
Oh, cameras. There's 2 cameras
Alright, hang on a second.
that are blocking.
I got them.
I don't know if you see them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ow.
There's one of them.
And just on the other side, same space.
Got it.
Alright. I think that's everything. So, down again?
Yeah, you hadn't moved none. You can come straight down.
Something is in the way.
Alright, let's fly.
I'm pretty sure I shaved everything off the top of the spine.
Yeah, so far so good down here. It felt like the tail of it was moving, which was weird. I don't see anything that could be blocking it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're basically pivoting the big ship down. You got it. I think it just connected.
Yep. I just had to push down onto it.
Yeah.
But I think that's going to look good.
Yeah, once we tie it in.
Proper.
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing that might need to be reworked are these hydrogen thrusters here.
Mm-hmm.
Either we just pull them, or we have to rework the spine.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Right. The ions, I don't think that's a bad way I did the ion. Just cutting through the spine so the ions in the center
Mm-hmm.
fire through. But I had no idea how to do the hydrogens without really screwing things up. But yeah, this side that I'm up against, if we pull that and reinforce it with the heavy armor,
Yeah.
replace it with heavy armor, and then this side
Keep these.
is open. Yeah, keep these because that opens up into the center of the ship.
Yeah, that works.
So they actually, to get firing through the doors, they have to get through the other side of the ship.
Right.
So
Well, it's grounded all the way up this far. I don't know how far to go.
that may be Daniel's ship.
Could be.
Because I parked it way at the back, basically at the other end of the frigate.
Right.
I guess before I do that, do we want a color for the shield bubble, or just leave it how it is?
Yeah, but I don't know what color.
Okay, let me go in and read off the appearances that we can have. Alright, shield look. So we have medium reflective, high reflective, low reflective, medium reflective red, blue, green, purple, gold, orange, and cyan.
Yeah. Yeah, let's psych through all of them, see what it looks like.
Okay, let's go to high reflective. I'm against high reflective just because of
Server health.
it takes more processing to do high. I mean, if it comes down to it, we might need to just do low reflective.
Right.
Because it's so huge. I'm gonna do low reflective and just see how well the game handles it. If that improves things.
You change it to that and see a big shift of that sort.
Okay, it just now loaded in the different reflectiveness. It's more subtle. It's there, but it's more subtle.
Just ride with that then, because I didn't see a big difference.
Okay, do we want to take a look at colors?
Yeah. Look at colors.
Alright. Red tint.
It's not loaded in yet.
Okay, it loaded in for me. Is it loaded in for you?
Not yet.
I wonder if that's client side then.
No, because I remember seeing y'all's colors after a while, afterwards, after you change them on your small ships.
Ah.
Let me back up, come back to it, I guess.
Red is interesting, but I don't think I want to run with it because it looks like a giant red pill.
Yeah, and I think Daniel's running with red on his anyway.
Right, I was running with blue or purple. Cyan. Cyan goes well with white, which a lot of our stuff is the gray and the white.
I would say the cyan or the gold probably would be a good choice.
Yeah. Alright, let me... hit cyan, since I saw what the gold is, and I did not like it. Okay, I don't mind the cyan.
Yeah, I'm not getting any colors, so I'm not going to be able to have any input.
Fly in and then fly out. See if that fixes it.
That's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Anyway, let me go back here and get the ship.
Right.
I'll trust your take on it, your opinion on it.
Well, at least you trust me with a few things.
All right, just a few. I've got this weird door glitch right now. It's like
yeah, I've got it too.
The doors are just kind of squeezed in on themselves. It's silly. Dude, I could not believe how good it felt today. So nice. Do you want to keep the inner chamber where the hangar doors are? Like the floor and the ceiling? Or do you want to just go ahead and completely gut it naked and then rebuild?
I'm torn. Because honestly, if we have any small grid ships, using the inside launching area to launch them out, it makes sense, but I don't know if we have any ships that are small enough that would fit through that.
No, and we're kind of moving beyond small ship use anyway. Unless you want to build them for the sake of building them.
Right. I mean, really, small grid ships are used for very specific reasons.
That's what we could do if we're going to go that route. We could put all the spice driviness towards the back where the back end of the Cerberus is because of the huge cavity back here. And we could quite literally turn the space in between what will be later some of the extra reactor room over here into a huge docking bay for small craft. Because we got this giant, enormous empty space here that we could fill in with a room. On the other side here, between the Nix and the Cerberuses.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is a huge chunk of space there. Just right. Yeah. And then, I mean, any flare that we want to do between the towers, in between. So there's a lot of stuff we can do here.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I'm liking it.
Oh, yeah.
What amazes me, you know, when you think about it, this thing has to be bigger than the Wanderer. Not the Wanderer, the Hammer.
Yeah.
We are having nowhere near the issues with it that we had with the Hammer.
Well, I mean, there might have been other issues with the Hammer, too. I mean, I think we were definitely having some mod issues.
Oh, yeah. Well, that, and we had way too many conveyor junctions.
Yeah.
Rundown of the ores that are not in refineries. 3.67 billion silicon. 755,000 Zurium. 365,000 Stromalith. 25.6 thousand Feridium. 2.7 million spice. 4.3 million gold. 729,000 platinum. 2.1 million silver. 1.6 million stone, 469 petrocite, 1.223. Okay, 1.2 million uranium. And that's without the uranium in the heavy water converters
Right.
as well. So, yeah, we've got stupid tons of
So, but the only thing we're really
resources.
missing that we can't already pull from something else is probably magnesium. It's the only thing we're poor at right
Yeah.
now.